Hello everybody, NC4XL, North Carolina for extreme lovers and not. Welcome to today's video. This is primarily for the senior Parks on the Air folks. What I mean by that senior is they've been chasing it a long time. And they've learned to do certain things, certain ways, and make changes in how they do that. But let's not forget the activator. How they started out on their first few activations and where they're at today. And for those of you that are new or relatively new to Parks on the Air and you're trying to figure out some of this stuff, the only answer I can give you really is stick around and keep chasing. But us senior folks, and I use that term loosely, we started out like you. We started out in amateur radio chasing different things, different nets, different contests, and after a while, we got tired of those, or we had life get in the way. That's going to happen to folks, so don't ever feel bad that you're not getting your POTA contact in daily, or you're not activating like you want to because life gets in the way. Guess what? That's normal. For some of us, it took 10 years to get out of the way. So don't ever feel bad that you had to take a sidestep. Your interests may change, and I'll refer to a couple things that will help you out. I won't mention who it is, but I had a young man that I loved chasing him. But he's gone to mostly CW. There's nothing wrong with CW. I like CW, but when I run CW, I'm not able to handle the heterodyning noise for me, myself, and I. So I have to have, let's say, planned contacts. I know who's going to be there. I know what call I'm going to be listening to type thing. And I'm not going to have a pileup. But that's me. And that's you too. You, as you grow along in the hobby, may find yourself liking CW, and you sort of slowly venture away from a phone to that, or to FT8. And you know what? That's great. That's normal. You're not abnormal, so don't feel like you left the POTA family. But people like me, we're going to miss you. But we expect that. I look at when we first started activating, I wanted to get at least 20 contacts. I was so fearful of not getting enough contacts to make it a full activation. So as an activator, I started trying to figure out ways that I could make it happen. Different antennas, and for me, I got every hamstick I needed for the car, but I got tired of getting wet, sitting out at a park, changing antennas, and at 70 some years of age, sliding down a car doesn't feel very good when you hit the bottom. That's okay. I spent the money and bought the ATOS. Best investment for me, not for you. Remember, any choices that you make in this hobby of amateur radio is your choice. You can follow the lead or the guidance of many folks, but it's the things that you want to do with Parks on the Air. I am not a contester. I don't demean anybody from contesting. That's fine. Matter of fact, I'm foolish enough when the contests are going on, I'll go sit in a park. I'll never tell them I'm in a park because they don't give a darn. Most contesters are only self-ego people that want just a magic number for them so they can be somewhere at the top. That's good. That's the contest. One of the things in Parks on the Air, we don't do the contest, but we are allowed to shoot for our personal goals, our personal achievements. I fought for many years to get where I'm at by following the top hunters and top activators page. The information is a good motivational, but I don't get a plaque for it. I'm not looking for a plaque. I don't get an award for it. I'm not looking for an award. I'm looking to go have fun and try different ways of doing it. One of the things is you'll never find me knocking POTA. POTA has created many opportunities for many folks to go out and play, practice emergency communication. We've used that here in North Carolina. We've used that in Georgia. We've used that in Louisiana. We've used it in Texas, and that's one of the things we have to remember along with having some fun. What part of Parks on the Air are we going to spread our wings to? Okay, building a little camper and towing it to where we want to go and putting up a fold-up vertical antenna, mast, things like that. See, it's endless what you can do. And you're going to have things get in the way. It's called a job, a J-O-B. But that's how we pay for our goodies. I want you to know as a 4-year, I'll call me a 4-year vet, since November 2020 when I started this. It was after 9 years of being off the air. Off the air, being fed up with certain type of people that are dedicated to self. I'm not dedicated to myself. I am nobody special, I promise you. I'm just an old man. But I like the fun part of talking on the radio, talking to different countries with different antennas, and QSLing, and making CW contacts, and not just a did it, dot it, 599 and be done with it, because to me, I'm missing it. I'm missing it. And you will too. And you will find that you'll slide off a phone to CW, or you'll slide off a CW to phone, or you'll slide off a QRO to QRP. Those are all normal parts of amateur radio and parts of Parks on the Air. So welcome to Parks on the Air. Us senior folks, I'm going to include me, myself, and I in that. Those changes are normal. Things happen in life. Try real hard, if you would, the following for me. If you wouldn't say it to the Lord, don't say it or say something about somebody else that you wouldn't talk to that way. Okay, it's very simple. We get angry. We have keyboard warriors on any organization, not just Parks on the Air, okay? And I'm not going to pick on any other organizations, but keyboard warriors are people who hide behind the keyboard, intentionally trying to frustrate, get the blood level up. We're not here for that, folks. This is a fun hobby, and I hope that before I die, I can at least convince a couple people that Parks on the Air is a fun hobby and has created more fellowship, more friendships, more acquaintances around the world than, let's say, my previous experience with amateur radio from 1978 to 1994. That's how long I went before I got fed up. Just so you know, you're normal. Just so you know, if you had those thoughts and you were wondering, it's okay. Take a breather. Let somebody know, because there's many of us that send emails out to do a follow-up. Family members pass away, things of that nature. As I say, life gets in the way, jobs get in the way, financials get in the way. There's a lot of variables. Let's try not to assume something and create a story of nothing. NC4XL, North Carolina for Extreme Lovers. I hope and pray that I have not offended anyone in any way I am not pointing fingers at anybody, but I'll share a trick about pointing fingers. You see this? I'm pointing at you. No, I'm not. I got 3 pointing back at me. So I'll try never to point a finger at nobody. 73s. Until our next video, I hope I don't lose folks because of us just talking once in a while instead of selling something. 73s.